Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Chatting Blues. Before we get into this afternoon's episode, could you do me a massive favour? Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment in the comment section. And just want to welcome Ryan onto the stream from me, the wife, and the Wrexham podcast. How are you, Ryan?
I'm really good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Just for the viewers, me and Jay done a stream. Was it Friday night, Ryan?
It was Friday night, so it was like pre-recorded. That's coming out at 6:00 today. So yeah.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. So check that out, guys. If you're not subscribed to me, the wife, and Wrexham, jump over, give it a subscribe, and that episode will be out at 6:00 tonight, like Ryan said. And get your questions in for Ryan. Make it nice and clean, guys. You know, any questions you want to ask him. He's missing his wife at the moment. She's not very well, is she, Ryan?
No, it's unfortunate. We were both really looking forward to coming on. We had such a good time on Friday when we were recording with you and Jay, and she was really looking forward to coming on, but she's not very well. So it's just me, which is good because I like to talk. So it just means I don't have to fight with anyone else to talk, does it really? It's just me today.
Yeah. No, lovely. So just quickly to kick it off, how did you come up with the channel and how long have you been going for, Ryan?
So we've been going for just over 2 years now. It was my wife's idea to come up with it, to be perfectly honest. I'm not going to lie. I've been going to Wrexham games since 1989, and she was just someone who was never interested in football. And then the whole Rob and Ryan thing happened. And, you know, she's always been honest. She wasn't into football before. She came along because she was just interested in what was going on at the club. So she came along with me and she just instantly fell in love with it. She was one of the people who always used to say, look, football's just a game. And now honestly, I think she's more into it than I am, to be honest. She's gone completely two-footed into it. She's like, she loves it. So it was about just over 2 years ago. She said, why don't we start a podcast? And I was like, yeah, go on then. Let's give that a go. And it's just gone from strength to strength. We absolutely love it.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed coming on, and the format you do is really good. And the just for people obviously haven't seen it yet. It comes out at 6:00 tonight. They do like a quiz at the end, which is really good. And just really enjoyed it. And I've been watching a little bit of your content as well. And it's a good podcast, Ryan. So that's good stuff. And your wife as well going to the game. It's kind of like. I'd love a missus what was into football as well, because my ex missus she just weren't into football, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? We used to bang heads. Do you know what I mean? So that's good stuff. So just quickly off the bat, then, Ryan, how are you feeling about Monday? Are you nervous or?
I think. I don't know really. I think it's sort of a win-win for Wrexham because I think most people. Sort of outside of Wrexham are sort of expecting you to win. So if that happens, that's sort of what everyone sort of expects. I think in the sort of Wrexham camp, as it were, I think we can definitely get something out of the game. But nervous, I'd say so. I didn't expect it to be. I knew this was going to be a difficult game. And I knew it was, I was really excited to go. But the game just feels huge. You know, this early in the season, the game feels massive. And I don't think I was expecting it to feel as big of a game as it is. Because for us, if we come to you and we get something from it, that could set us up for the rest of the season, really kick on and, build that confidence. I'm not sure we need loads more confidence after the start we've had, but to go somewhere like St Andrews and get something from that, I think we could really kick on from that, to be honest. But me personally, just talking about it just now, I could feel the nerves starting to kick in. But it's going to be, I'm really looking forward to it, to be honest.
Yeah. Same here. Like, at the start of the season when the fixtures came out, I obviously did look for Wrexham because from afar, you know, I don't really want to go into I bet you're sick of hearing about the Hollywood stuff, and it's been a great storyline, and it really has. And like me personally, I've looked at it, like I said, from afar, and it's been brilliant. I've watched little bits of the documentary, and it seemed to have got the whole town. Maybe it became a bit of a sleepy town, Wrexham, and it just seems everyone's on the same vibe. Do you know what I mean? And so I was like, fair play to Wrexham. I said this on your podcast the other day, but you were so far away from us. Now, you're in with the big boys now, really. League One, some big teams in there. I class ourselves as a big team. I'm not going to lie. The likes of Huddersfield, Rotherham, a lot of Championship, kind of clubs. So yeah, you are right. It's turned into a massive game. Honest to God, like I can't remember the last time I've looked forward to a game and been so nervous. I think from a Blues perspective, like you said, we're probably. I suppose you going top of the league and having the best start now has took a little bit of the pressure off us, if that makes sense. However, you only have to go onto the Facebook sites and Twitter, and everyone's having a dig at Blues and Wrexham, because we've both got good owners, which is a great thing. Really grateful, and I suppose you are as well, Ryan, with your owners.
Yeah, I mean, it's we do get loads of stick, but I love it now. It used to really annoy me because when the whole story started, everyone was sort of behind Wrexham. Loads of rival fans going, "Oh, I hope you do really well," but that turned sour quite quick. All of a sudden, people are taking a step back, going, "Hang on a minute, are they spending? They're just buying the league, all this sort of stuff." And it annoyed me at first that people were so against Wrexham, and we sort of felt like one of the most hated clubs, and all that sort of stuff. Now I quite enjoy it. And when stuff happens, like we played Salford in the Bristol Street Motors on Tuesday, Paul Mullin scored. And when he scored, behind the goal was a Deadpool mask, and he put it on for his celebration. And the reason I loved that celebration so much is because I knew how much it would annoy rival fans. And and honestly, I sort of revel in being disliked now. And I really don't care. And I'm sure you've had similar sort of thing, spending money and people just, having little side eyes at you going, who do they think they are? And, but it's weird. I think there is a lot of jealousy from it. Like you say, you've got good owners, we've got good owners. And I think a lot of people look at it sometimes and go, I wish we had that. And I think that's where a lot of the sort of hatred comes from.
Yeah, 100%. Just turning it back to Blues, like the transfer window we've had has just caused absolute all eyes on us. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I'm going to be honest. It was quite unusual to be so much. I don't know if you can call it hatred or just jealousy, really. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the pressure was definitely on Blues in terms of we've got to get out this league in first attempt. Do you know what I mean? I've been one to say, right, and that it might take us a couple of seasons. But I think after the money we've spent, the players we've brought in, I think top two is definitely it's got to be done. Otherwise, everyone's going to go wild. They're going to go into meltdown, mate. Like I dread if we lose on Monday night. I dread any game we lose now. The Walsall game, we drew 1-1, lost on penalties. And now I didn't go on social media for a couple of days. My subscribers know. It's just absolute meltdown, and it really is unusual for us. But yeah, I think both clubs are definitely going in the right direction. An amazing start from yourselves. Did you expect this start?
No, I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm not. I always, we always got asked the question sort of pre-season, where do you think they'll finish? And for me, If it was mid-table, fine, I'll take that, and then we'll build on that again and we'll go again. I think in my heart of heart, I felt like we had a good enough team with a few little additions on top to maybe push for the playoffs.
Yeah.
But, sitting, this early in the season, at top of the league, and, we didn't play on Saturday like yourselves, and, we're still top of the league. So no, I didn't expect it. I thought we'd have a half decent start, but for me, it was, we were looking at games early on in the season going, Wycombe, God, Bolton, Peterborough, really seasoned League One sort of teams. And, and it did worry me a little bit, but football's a confidence game, isn't it? You win one, you win two, you get a decent result away at Bolton, which I do have to say just now, at the time, we felt it was a really good result away at Bolton.
Yeah.
Looking how they've performed since, I'm not so sure it was, to be honest, after they lost 4-0 on Saturday and they're in the relegation zone. But hey ho. But yeah, it is a confidence game, and we've kept 4 clean sheets. Couldn't have been better for us, but no, absolutely didn't expect it, to be honest.
Yeah. The clean sheets have been amazing. I don't think you've conceded away from home yet, have you?
No, we've only conceded in one game, and that was the opening day of the season where we beat Wycombe 3-2. Apart from that, it's just been clean sheets all the way.
Yeah. We'll have a look at the results in a minute. I just want to jump into some questions. If you've got any questions for Ryan, we'll keep Ryan on for probably another 15-20 minutes, and then we'll do our usual Sunday afternoon chill out, and we'll just have a chat about Blues. So Blue Shadows asked, you're right, Blue Shadow, question for Ryan. Is there any Blues players that you don't like, and if so, why? I could probably put a different spin on, maybe not so dislike, because I could imagine you unless you do dislike any of the players, but maybe some of the players you're wary of.
Yeah, I think dislike, maybe not, but I suppose as a rival fan, you sort of dislike anyone that you feel could hurt you a little bit, So I think you've got to put Alfie May in that sort of bracket. I think he's, correct me if I'm wrong, has he scored in every game this season so far? So yeah. So I mean, a player like that, a proven goal scorer in League One, you've got to be wary of someone like that. But obviously you brought Jay Stansfield in as well. So I'm always quite wary of players that can hurt you going forward. So yeah, them two I would look at, but having said that, our defence has been superb this season, and teams have really struggled to break us down and to get anything from us. So although you've got some really good attacking players, I would fancy, I think it's just going to be such a great duel on Monday night with your attacking players and the way that we set out defensively. I think it's going to be such a good game, I think, for me. Unless we just cancel each other out and it's a really boring game. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I can't see it. I said on Friday night, I think there's going to be goals in it, and we'll come to kind of your score prediction at the end. Like anyone what's a member, the comments will. Your comments will come straight to the top. So John's a member. So John's saying tomorrow's going to be quite a test for us. He thinks Wrexham may have a little advantage over us not having the international break. But we know anything can happen following the Blues. And I completely agree, John. There's definitely going to be goals. Like Wrexham will definitely score. There's teething problems, to be honest, Ryan, at Blues. We are kind of dominating matches in terms of possession, but as you know, possession isn't everything. I looked at the Foot Mob a few days ago, and I know you're right down the bottom in terms of possession. Now, is that like due to kind of sitting back and then hitting teams on the counter, or is it like a planned sort of thing where you're not that bothered if you haven't got the ball, but when you do get the ball, you're quite you're quite good of it and make decent chances?
Yeah, I think I've seen a definite sort of switch in sort of tactical philosophy this season. If you go back to League Two and definitely the National League, we were very much sort of possession based. We were happy. We had sort of centre backs that were comfortable on the ball. We were happy having it in defence, passing it sideways into midfield. There's no gaps. Let's pass it back. And we were having games where we had, 65, 70, 75% of the possession. This season in League One, there's a complete sort of switch in that, and we're not having a lot of the ball. But what I have noticed is our build-up play is so quick, know, and I think George Dobson's been sort of a huge impact on that. We're getting the ball into midfield, and what Dobbo does is turn, and he's always looking to be progressive and moving the ball forward, breaking the lines all the time. So, I think, like you rightly say, I don't think the stat of possession really paints a true picture, because if we're playing each other and, you've got the ball and it takes you 4 minutes of passing it around, looking for gaps, but because we're so well organised, you can't find any. And you pass it around for 4 minutes and then ultimately it breaks down. But then when we get the ball, within 40 seconds, where, we've broke through, we found gaps, we've got the ball into the box and we've created a chance. Now, based on possession, you would say, one team is massively on top, but it's not really about possession. It's about how quickly the build-up is. And I think that's a testament as well to how well we're set up at the back. Teams are struggling so much to break us down. And obviously, we've got the clean sheets to sort of back that up as well.
Yeah. And has Phil Parkinson been in charge from pretty much day one?
Yeah, so when Rob and Ryan first came in, we did have another manager that lasted sort of like a few months. And because they officially took charge in the February, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. God, I don't know. Time flies. But and we had another manager in, so he lasted from the February till the end of the season. We just missed out on the players. Then we did a switch, and Phil's been in ever since.
Yeah. Sleepwalker's got a question for you, Ryan. So he's saying, Ryan, what would you say Wrexham's weak points are that Blues could exploit tomorrow?
We don't have any. No, I'm joking. I think it's a strange one. What we have struggled with, I've noticed in games. I noticed it in the Reading game and a little bit in the Peterborough game, where both them teams struggled with the final ball, but their build-up, they had quite pacey sort of wingers. So they were sort of playing three up front, one in the middle and sort of two wide men. James McLean, he's, super fit, but maybe not the quickest. So maybe getting round the outside of someone like James McLean might be somewhere that, that teams do sort of have some joy. But to be honest, on the opposite side, we've got Barney, who is really quick. So it's hard to say, really, because it's hard for me to sit here and sort of pick holes in a team that I think are playing really well. But, I think maybe pace around the outside. We've got a very solid midfield that teams struggle to play through. So the ball tends to go out wide. So it might sort of skew my view of what works for other teams a little bit. Because they can't get through the middle, so everyone's going out wide. I think Reading was the game I noticed it the most. They had a lot of joy down their right-hand side, so our left. But ultimately, they didn't create anything from it. So, if you're talking about weaknesses, at the moment, based on what I've seen this season, not a lot.
And I suppose that ties in with the clean sheets. You don't get clean sheets for nothing. So you mentioned James McLean, maybe getting down the right hand side as he's a little bit slow, and what's wounding for me, and some people don't like him. We've just had an injury in our last game against Wigan, Ethan Laird, who really does bomb on that right hand side. He's not so good defensively. But we was hitting diagonals to him, and he'd be in the final third. It's just his his final ball was lacking. So we'll see Samstead coming there. It was meant to be an attacking. We've seen little bits of him when Laird's came off, and it does look a very attacking right back, kind of wing back. So that'll be a good challenge. You know, James McLean and Alfie Samstead. The three midfielders worry me. So you got George Dobson, you got the two in front of George Dobson, haven't you? And they're not that they're very progressive, aren't they? Because I've managed to watch a lot of clips of Wrexham, and they're not just static. They're very tough to get round, and when they get the ball, I think it goes with the back three as well. The back three are very ball playing defenders. And you have mentioned about getting the ball from back to front really quick. It's not a long ball like maybe it might have been in the past. So, yeah, it does worry me a little bit, because, like I said on Friday night, if this game was in another 10 games, if this was mid October, early November, you know, I'd be really confident. I really would. Do you know what I mean? I think a couple of these games, we've got a run of 5 games now, which are really, you know, on paper are really tough. Obviously, Wrexham on Friday is going to be a tough one. Blue Shadow saying, if you look at it this way, Nick and Ryan, if we were Man United or Liverpool, etc., note would be said on how much was spent. Because we're Blues and Wrexham, they don't like to see us do well. Your thoughts on that, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, it is true, isn't it? I suppose, you know, it's strange though. The fact that, you know, it's all about, yeah, like you're like you've mentioned, you're a big club. You know, you've got, you know, you make a lot of money as a club. So if you want to turn around and go and spend that, then that's up to you. You know, we're making a lot of money, shirt sales all around the world. We've got a documentary out there, you know, and we're filling our ground week in, week out. We've got to build a temporary stand while we're waiting for our COP to get approved and built. And we're filling that week in, week out. So it's like, if you're making the money and you want to turn around and go and spend that money on better players, so be it. I mean, if your club, I dare say that there's a lot of annoyed fans out there at what we're doing, because perhaps they're looking at the fact that they're not filling their stadiums week in, week out, so they're not getting the revenue in that they then can turn up and buy players in with. So maybe their squad isn't as strong as ours, and I think that's where the whole maybe jealousy thing comes from. And the statement that I always that always really annoys me is they're not doing it the right way. I hate that. I mean, what is the right way? I think for a lot of fans, the right way of doing it is spending no money, really struggling, but somehow managing to get promoted. That is the right way, apparently, according to a lot of people. But yeah, I hate that.
No, I completely agree. Jay, what's Ryan's thoughts attending are you going, are you, Monday, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm going, it's a long day for me, because I'll be up at 4 a.m. I've got a 9-hour shift, finish, shower, pick Sean up from work, and then straight to Birmingham. And then obviously after the game, I don't think I'll get home till about midnight maybe, but then I'll be up at 4 o'clock on Tuesday to go back to work again. So that'll be fun.
Good, yeah. Long couple of days. So you're driving down there, or coach? Or...
Yeah, driving, yeah.
All right. So Jay's saying, what's your thoughts on attending a Blues sellout? So it'd be about 29,000 with the size of our fan base. Are you excited, nervous? It means in terms of atmosphere, the point of our fans being the 12th man. Because just to add on to that, what Jay's put, we've sold out our last 7 games, apart from the opening day of the season against Reading. So we're going a bit into last season where we sold out. We've won every game. So Jay's saying, are you nervous about that? You know, would Wrexham? I mean, I tend to disagree that Wrexham will crumble, you know, in front of a big crowd. But yeah, what do you think, Ryan?
I always think it's, you know, when you're playing away, like Bolton, for example, I've got no idea how loud or quiet the Bolton fans were because we literally sang for 90 minutes. You know, there was no break. It was one
Yeah.
song into the next, you know, and it was so I think when you're in that away end, it's as long as you just keep it going, you're not drowning out 20 odd thousand fans, but you're just so involved in what you're doing and you're keeping that going for 90 minutes. For me, the pressure is on the home team to keep that noise going all the way through, that the away fans aren't getting some sort of like upper hand because they're just singing constantly time after time. I feel that when we're at home, you know, when you get like a 1,500 away fans come in and they're just singing song after song after song, and you all of a sudden as a home fan you just feel under pressure a little bit to go, right, okay, well, we've got to go. Why aren't we doing this over and over again? So I think from that point of view, from like atmosphere and all that, I think the pressure's all on you because you're at home. You've got the more fans. I think it's more on you to sort of, you know, to out singers really.
Yeah. And just on the atmosphere, I think you're completely right. Like whenever I go to away games, it's pretty much non-stop singing, and we kind of drown the home fans out. At Blues, I've got to say, when it's a sellout, it is really loud. But there are periods where it goes quiet and the away fans are still bouncing. Because I sit pretty much my season tickets for behind the goal in the Tilton end, but I usually sit by the away fans. And I'm very much the same, Ryan. I'm like, how come we're not? You know, they're even sometimes when we go a goal up, the away fans are still bouncing. But it'll be interesting. Be interesting tomorrow night because of how much, you know, the build up to the game. It's a massive game. I think definitely if we win, I'm saying it from Blues' point of view. If we win, I can see us really. It's going to be wild in there. Honest to God, it'll be wild in there. But again, if we lose, it'll be devastating because how much it's been hyped up. And Blue Shadow says on here about Ryan, what's your thoughts on the banter between Ellie and Tom Brady? Have to admit, as a Blue Noise, I couldn't stop laughing. Have you seen that, Ryan?
Yeah, I did. Weirdly, I'm a big NFL fan, and I've been watching the NFL since I was 15, and I'm 42 now. Quick maths, what's that? 27 years. So I'm a New York Giants fan. So when Eli Manning had a Wrexham shirt on, that was like, you know, I was like, you know, that it really, and I've got an Eli Manning shirt upstairs.
So is he a big EFL? Is he a big American football player? Because I didn't even know who Tom Brady was. I'd heard of the name, but honestly, I'm clueless.
Yeah, he was. He's retired now, but he was a huge New York Giants quarterback. He was. It was really good to see. It really made me laugh, to be honest. But yeah, I appreciate that not a lot of people know, you know, who Eli Manning is. But yeah, it was it's really cool, to be honest.
So has he literally just jumped on board recently, or?
Yeah, in the last couple of days. I don't know why. I don't know if somebody from the club's got in touch, because there was like a little bit of like professional rivalry, I suppose, between Eli Manning and Tom Brady during their career. So I don't know if someone at Wrexham's just gone, oh, this will be good. Let's get in touch with him and get him to chuck a Wrexham shirt on. That'll be quite funny. I don't know if that's happened, but yeah, kudos to a lot of the time to the Wrexham, the people who do all the PR stuff for Wrexham and do all the sort of Twitter and Facebook stuff, because they do come up with some really decent stuff. To be fair to them.
Yeah, and I think it's. Again, the same goes for Blues. I think they've really hyped this game up. They've hyped the whole season up, especially with the transfer window. So it's all good then. So right, let's get on to tomorrow night. Give me a score prediction then, Ryan. Give me one with your head and one with your heart, and one with your head, what you realistically think it's going to be, and one with obviously with your heart. And I'll do the same, and we'll finish it off there.
Yeah, I suppose let's go with heart first. I don't know. It's a little bit heart, a little bit head. It's strange, really, because obviously, as a Wrexham fan, you want Wrexham to win every game. Of course, you do. And so sort of completely heart, little bit of head. I think we're going to get chances, and I'd sort of back them to take one of them. And then it's sort of all on our defence to keep you out, which whether we can do that or not, I genuinely don't know. So from a heart point of view, I'd go for a 1-0 Wrexham. From a head point of view, I do quite fancy a draw. I think I don't know. I know I'd be happy with that. A draw, going somewhere like St Andrews and taking a point away. Yeah, I'd be really happy with that. If it was 0-0, so be it. And if that's what it is, I'd love to see some goals and a bit of excitement. But if we can get out of there with a 0-0, I'll take it. So I'd probably go for something like a 2-2 with my head, but then with my heart, I'd go Wrexham nicking it 1-0. It'd be quite nice with like a 94th minute winner as well. Can you imagine? That'd be quite nice.
Can you imagine it? Oh, mate. I said on your show, I think my head is saying 2-2. I think there'll be goals in it. I really do. I think Wrexham definitely score. We do struggle to keep clean sheets. I don't know whether I'll be happy with 2-2. I'll probably be happy with 2-2 if it was 2-1 to Wrexham and we scored a late goal like we did against Wigan.
Yeah.
Obviously, my heart is saying, we've got enough quality to beat you, if truth be known. So I'm going to go with my heart. I'm going to say 2-1. But the thing what kind of I'm worried about is this mentality. You've definitely instilled a winning mentality over the past 4 years, and that's very difficult to break. It doesn't matter what league you're bouncing up into. So just quickly before we end, right? What's like the vibe in Wrexham in terms of this game? Is everyone thinking they're going to come to Blues and get a win, or would people be happy with a draw, or people predicting a loss? What's the vibe?
I think everyone knows how difficult this game's going to be. Let's start with that. Everyone knows it's not going to be easy, but I would say you've got a much higher percentage thinking that we're going to come there and get something. And I think a lot of people are thinking that we might just get a win from this. But it's sort of like what you were just talking about then. It's that winning mentality now. And it can be a little bit of a dangerous thing when it comes to a fan base, because you get so used to winning and you look at the lads and they're so together all the time. And they're well gelled and they're well drilled and they're super organised. And you sort of go into every game. It's hard to think of anything other than winning. So, when our first loss of the season comes, which it will come at some point, it's going to be a bit of a slap in the face, because we do go into everything expecting to win. And that's not being sort of like big-headed or anything. It's just that it is that whole winning mentality, that it's not just the team who have that winning mentality. That sort of bleeds into the fans as well, because they go into games not being entitled or anything, but you go thinking we're going to get something from this.
And Jamie just put there that he's saying the pressure's not on Wrexham. They have high potential to win it too, and I completely agree, Jamie. I think the pressure's on us. I think Wrexham. Look, just what Ryan's just said then, really, they've got nothing to lose. I think the pressure's all on us. But listen, thanks ever so much for coming on, Ryan. I really do appreciate it. And just a quick reminder to people that have joined late. So when will the stream we done on Friday night be released?
Yeah, so that episode's coming out at 6 p.m. today, so it's on YouTube. It'll be on all the usual podcast places as well. So I'm really looking forward to response we get, because I thought it was a really good episode, to be honest with you.
Right, yeah. So that's on me, the wife from Wrexham. So jump over and give him a subscribe, guys. And thanks again, Ryan, for your time. Really appreciate it, and all the best for Monday.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, see you later, brother.
See you, mate.
Bye-bye. Right then, guys, that was Ryan from me, the wife from Wrexham. So that's something a little bit different. I was doing it last season. If that's something you like, then we'll definitely do some. We'll get opposition fans on, but really appreciate Ryan coming on. Lee Harvey saying the bookies have got us favourites, but yeah, we are favourites. Yeah, like someone just said, man, the pressure's on us. Jay, you're right, Jay. How are you, brother? You at work? My Mrs. Blue, excited to see some of you tomorrow. She ain't been since the night. Are you going on about Gemma? Since last season, I told her the grounds. Yeah, she'll definitely see the difference. Wouldn't she, Jay? I mean, I couldn't believe the difference. Even from the Reading game to the Wigan game, the difference was amazing. Did I read this out, John? Tomorrow's going to be quite a test for us. Wrexham may have a little advantage. Yeah, I read that out, didn't I, John? Thanks for becoming a member as well, John. Bang on. So I might just be catching up on some of the comments here. People are just saying hello. Hi, Lauren. You're right. Easy, Nick. Keep right. I'm finally time to click tomorrow. Let's hope so. I think if we click tomorrow, not even click, I just think a win would be massive for us. I do, because I just think the pressure's on us. I do, Lauren, man. I think the pressure's on us tomorrow. If we win tomorrow, I've just got a mad feeling we'll go on a run. Do you know what I mean? If we lose, I don't know. We might have a little bit of a stutter. I still think we'll go up though. Yeah, we read that. Hi, you Lee Burke. You're right. You got your shirt, didn't you, Lee Burke? Jay, you joining? I think I'm a little bit behind on the comments. So stand for the truth, saying it's amazing. Yeah. This was one thing that I noticed. Stand for the truth. I pressed on a Wrexham podcast the other day. I think it's after I came off Ryan's one. And like the algorithms of YouTube, once you press on one thing, you'll see a lot. There's so many YouTube content creators. It's unbelievable. Wrexham ones. There's Americans and I suppose that's what's going to happen at Blues, whether we like it or not. So yeah, it says about the Americans talking about Wrexham. Strange what a touch of Hollywood gloss can do to a small North Wales team. It's amazing, isn't it? I think it's going to happen at Blues. I read that, didn't I? You're right, Blue Shadow. Anyway, you're right, Danny. Stand for the truth. I watched yesterday. Two Americans and Wrexham chatting absolute shit about. Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. It's really weird. I watched an American one as well, Danny, and it was like it's just. I don't know. It's just weird. Yeah, Lee Burke saying wins 2 games, Wrexham 4. Yeah, I think Lee Burke said 5-1. Lee Harvey, you can't call it like that, Blue Shadow. Those teams are always going to be a reason why there is so much hype about Blues. If we went down, an owner's got big money to spend. Okay, so listen, guys, man. How's everyone feeling? Like, I'm feeling fucking nervous, man. Honest to God, I don't want to be coming out of that game losing, man. I don't, because I know the meltdown. It wouldn't, for me personally, it wouldn't bother me. It would bother me, but like I wouldn't go into a meltdown about it. So I hope everyone else does. I read that, didn't I, Jay? Right, let's get to some recent comments. Emza, you're right, Emza. Would be good to see a Pat St Andrews tomorrow. I hope we are allowed. Yeah, man. Listen, anyone wants to go on the game tomorrow, let's just sing, man. Let's just push them over the line. It's going to be a tough game, man. Do you know what I mean? So the atmosphere will be class anyway, I think. I'm good. Got your ticket. You going tomorrow, are you, Emza? Who's going tomorrow? Jay's going, I think. He's on. Oh, Jay, you're at work, Jay. Jay is at Graph, man. Non-stop Graph for Jay. Like I said, we was on. It comes out at 6 o'clock for people that have just joined late. Me and Jay was on their one. It's a really good episode actually. Hi, you're Hawkeye, you're right, brother. Chris is saying, can use Brandon Keller as a right back also? Potentially, yeah. I don't think he'll start. We're going to look at a team lineup actually in a minute. We'll go for a couple of more comments, and there's a few things we're going to look at, guys. So stay tuned. Yeah, potentially, he's right-footed. Wasn't a big fan of him playing left back, but potentially. But I think Sam Stead starts for me, and he needs to get up. He needs to be doing what Ethan Laird was doing. Let's hope his final delivery is better. I don't understand these people what say Laird's no good. It's mad. Wrexham yet to experience the St Andrews atmosphere yet. Sleepwalker will be there straight from work, but yeah, you going. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm going up with the missus and goddaughter, so no beers for me. Enjoy tomorrow, sing your hearts out. Yeah, nice one, Emza. You're right, JD. This is a big test for us. Wrexham have an established team, pretty much gelled. Blues are still learning to play with each other. Money spent doesn't equal 3 points. Hoping for a bit of good luck. Yeah, I completely agree with that statement. Completely agree with it. We're early. They've gelled. They've got a winning mentality. It's going to be difficult. Definitely going to be difficult. They're playing us at a good time. 100% Blue Nose, and they're playing us. I think he mentioned it on Friday night that it's this is probably the perfect time to play us. And I agree with him. I totally agree with him. Going on the train, beers for me. Got me an FEI hoodie ready. I've seen a little clip of you, Joe, with some clothes, like, I don't know, it must be some Blues clothesline or something. Joe will be on the beers tomorrow. The Wrexham lads too. So what's Emza saying now? Might see you then, Jay. I'll be heading up on the train too. Get off at Bordesley. Yeah, so he comes from the Black Country. We'll read a couple of more comments out, and there's a few things I want to look at. Rumour is a guest list tomorrow night is pretty extreme, albeit maybe gossip. But I read this somewhere actually. But Beckham, Taylor Swift are going to be there. Guests of Brady and Wagner and the Wrexham owners. You ever read that somewhere, Sleepwalker? I think I read it this morning somewhere. We'll have a look at some things I've bookmarked as well. We'll book Beckham and I think, but I've seen it somewhere. It might just be nonsense. This game has been hyped as hell. Watch it be known now. Yeah, well, I know, mate. No more Street me, mate. Then walk down to meet my dad. Don't forget our own celebrities, Jay and Nick. Yeah, we'll both be there, man. I think I'm going to go in the Tilton tomorrow, where my season ticket is. Right, Wrexham, let's get ready to crumble. Right, I want to have a look at a couple of things. Yeah, if you can, lads, do me a massive favour. Hit the like button. It's the least you can do. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And there's also a join button, a super thanks as well if you want to help the channel. Get the Pigeon St Andrews at night is a big game. It's magic. I love St Andrews under the lights, mate. I do, man. And it's a full house. Another sellout. Alfie May to celebrate with his dead. Can you imagine Alfie May scoring tomorrow, Pigeon? Mate, it'd be scenes. Like, he's a proper wind-up merchant. Never mind Paul Mullen putting the mask on, that Deadpool mask. If Alfie May scores tomorrow, yeah, man. Away fans are normally pretty loud. To be fair, our crowd ain't what it used to be. I totally agree, but hopefully we'll get back to it. Yeah, it ain't what it used to be, Emza. Do you know what I mean? And I can imagine Wrexham just singing non-stop. It's a massive game. It's a massive game for us, but it's a massive game for them as well. Do you know what I mean? I'll read a couple of more comments and we're going to have a look at a few bits. Get the home. Lee's saying, get the home and rocking, lads. Fireworks, flares, and lot. Yeah, that'll be all right tomorrow. Stephen's saying we must be the Old Blues tomorrow, loud from the start to the finish. Even if we concede, Old Blues to the final whistle, we're scary when we're on it. Yeah, man. Everyone's at a game tomorrow. Come on, let's give it loads, man. Okay, 5 cans. Jay's on the beers tomorrow. Right, let me start that. That would be class. Right, let me start that because there's a couple of things I want to share with you guys. One sec. Right, I want to have a before we look into a formation. Let me have a look at some recent news. There's only a couple of things I've bookmarked. So this is the nonsense with Brady and all that. So I don't even know. Like I said to Ryan, I don't even know about this American football thing. But there's been a lot of people moaning about it as well. I mean, you always get moaners. So this is Paul Dowles from the OSC thing. So apparently, people have been moaning about what Tom Brady's done. It's all media coverage, and it's going to be all good for us in the end, guys, man. Like, I don't get people moaning. It's just mad. So Dowles has put, I don't want to lose our sense of humour, our intimidating attitude. I don't want to lose our working class roots on the terraces, but I'm more than happy to see the back of this shitty old Blues, mismanagement Blues, the Blues that settles. We carry the second city's name. We come from a great... I can't get the rest of that up, but you get what he's trying to say. Do you know what I mean? So let's listen to what Tom Brady. So Ryan mentioned about this Ryan McElhenney or something coming on, and another NFL player jumping on the kind of bandwagon. It's all being hyped up. This is what Tom Brady. It's only a short clip, guys, so we will just listen to him. This is his response. So obviously Tom Brady's a better player. Do you know what I mean? So let's listen to this.
So I've been working on a little response video at Eli, and I'm looking around the house, but I can't find the other 6 of these. So, Rob, can you just educate the Wrexham fans just a little bit on the history of the NFL? Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. I'll see you Monday. So I've been working on a little response video.
Yeah, so it's all thingy, man. It's all good coverage. Trust me. I was watching. I tell you, like, I do watch a lot of other content creators, and I watch Benjamin Bloom, and he's done a really good podcast on basically this is the biggest game in the, I don't know if he said the EFL or the whole of the 4 leagues. Do you know what I mean? And it really is, man. This is just something I bookmarked. But do you agree with this? The top 5 British derbies, Rangers, Celtic, top. I don't think so much because they don't allow each other's fans in the ground anymore. And then Villa Blues is second. Do you know what I mean? And I do agree with that. I think Villa Blues. Well, let's listen to the man, the boy. This is where this FEA thingy come from. I didn't even realise.
There's going to be a lot of people that throw stones at us.
Right, it's only a short one. And I think this was done quite some time ago. And I remember hearing this and I was thinking, I don't get what you're going on about. But now it makes sense of the amount of dough we've spent.
Is that there are going to be a lot of people that throw stones at us. Right? That's a comfortable place for us as Blues fans. We're okay with that. We're okay with people doubting us. We're okay with people rooting against us because it's us against everyone else.
Love it, man. Us against everyone else. Do you know what I mean? Us against everyone else. And that's the way it seems. So everyone's got to just get behind us, man. Let's have a quick look, see if there's anything else I've bookmarked. Ashley Cole's gone. What's your thoughts on that, guys? Ashley Cole, the player seemed to... I mean, I wasn't a massive fan of him, to be fair, because he came under that Rooney era, but he's departed now. So he's joined Lee Carsley. He's joined Lee Carsley, so I'd imagine we'll be getting another coach in soon. Listen, it is what it is. I'm not devastated about it, if I'm being honest. I trust Chris Davis to get some money. Probably, I mean, he's a massive name in the Ashley Cole, but let's be honest, he was behind the scenes, weren't he? And he's going to take the England job with Lee Carsley. Yeah, Michael late to the party. Yeah, we've been going for 50 minutes, Michael. You can watch it on catch up anyway. Yeah, we'll never have a drum, brother. Blues won't. We're block 39. We don't need a drum. Yeah, we'll never have a drum, man. It's not in our DNA. Hawkeye saying Alex Ferguson said about the Blues ground. It's one of the most intimidating grounds you can go to. So big up. Yeah, he did. He said it in his book, didn't he? He said it was more hostile than, was it Galatasaray or something like that? That was 20. It was yeah. Man, take the words out of my mouth. It was 25 years ago. Yeah. It's a different era, man. It's a different era, but we need to kind of get it back up there. Do you know what I mean? We do, man. The only time I've seen it so hostile, and in recent years, I'm talking about like probably the last 15, 20 years, is probably Blues versus West Ham in the Carabao Cup, and always the Blues versus Villa ones. You know, when your man ran and punched Grealish, you know, it is a hostile ground, but it's different times, man. Choose that, Yoli, how you doing, mate? Michael saying sleepwalk. If you keep Dobson quiet, yeah, I agree with this. Like, we need to man mark Dobson because he's their kind of he's kind of like their deep line playmaker, gets things going. So if you keep him quiet, using the passing ability he has, also we will counter quick using. But so Michael's a finger, yeah. Michael's a Wrexham fan using Barney, so that's a danger. Yeah, George Dobson said, man, we gotta. I'm sure Chris Davis will know this and kind of man marking, man. Don't let him get the balls into them, and their wing backs are bang on height. They're flying up, man. I know. James McLean is a bit of an arsehole, yeah, but he's a good League One player. You know what I mean? Getting balls into the box, and their other right wing back as well is meant to be quite quick. So drumming it, yeah. No, fuck the drums, mate. The wife's in for a shock. We're in for a shock. I'll be in for a shock in the doghouse the next day. Okay, Michael. Sick Pike and Dobson on them then. Yeah. Will be a good battle in the middle of the park. Yeah, I think that's probably where it gets won, in the middle of the park. We're going to look at a lineup in a minute, guys, and I want your opinions on it. Paul Fitzhenry. You're right, Paul. How are you, brother? It's my old China, Paul, man. I don't really like all this media hype. Paul hates it, man. He don't like it all, Paul. He's always got this media hype nonsense. I'm hoping the Blues can just play their normal game. Stansfield and May up front must scare the crap out of any team. Yeah, 2-0. The media hype is just like, I think we need it, Paul. Like, I think we need. It's a completely new slate and a completely new Blues. It was no good. I mean, look at the years we've been going down, brother. And it's just been so shit. Like sitting in that block 39. I'm talking about probably the last 6-7 years, and hearing the away fans, hardly no one next to us. It was just dire. Like, no, going back further than that. Do you know what I mean? I'm going back like most of my fucking life. It's been shocking down there. So I don't care as long as we're selling out every day, whether that be. NFL players bigging us up, or you know, because social media is a massive thing now. This is how you kind of build your club. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not against it, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah, too rightly. Don't want her turning into a Wrexham fan. Dean is saying 4-1 Blues Shadow saying Hart saying 3-2 Blues late winner Yoko. We'll have a look at a team in a minute and let me know what you think. I've got a couple of team lineups. Hiya, Charlie. You all right, brother? I ain't seen you for a while, man. Michael saying for us, Dobson and McLean like a yellow card. Get on that then for bets, man. Dobson and McLean to get yellow cards. The ref might decide the game if he reaches for an early red. So they like a tackle. Do you know what I mean? Big up boy in blue. Where you've been hiding, pal? 2-0 Blues and a touchdown from Brady in front of the Gilmerick. Is he coming? Is he Brady? Is Brady in attendance? Yeah, like Paul said, I'm not like it doesn't like I wouldn't be looking around for him or anything like that. Or like it doesn't even if Taylor Swift was at the game, does it? I ain't asked about that nonsense. I just want to win the game, man. Jay saying she's Blues now. She was a Villa fan, Gemma was. She never followed the Blues before she got with Jay. So, yeah, man. What's score prediction, everyone? Score predictions, man. It's the score predictions now, then. Because we're coming on for an hour. But I'm going to go through a couple of things. So, everyone just chill out in the comments now and put the score predictions. Go with your head. Don't go with your heart. Yeah, go with your head. Do you know what I mean? What is it going to be realistically? Let's not put our heart in that the Blues are going to win fucking 5-1 or something. Let's go with our head, yeah? 2-2, Sleepwalker saying. I said that. Yeah, definitely, brother. Absolutely. Not bricking it. I'm just nervous, man. I'm nervous because I just don't want to lose when there's a packed stadium and seeing the Wrexham fans, like, I'm nervous because they've got this winning mentality and we're early in. It's not going to be the end of the world, but it's gonna feel horrible, man. Horrible, honestly. But really looking forward to it at the same time. Paul saying, I don't really like to call this made up rivalry bullshit. The Stansfield May combination would scare. I've read that, ain't I? Jay saying you're shitting. Yeah, shitting myself. Be alright with a fair few points now. Yeah. A few points and it'll chill the nerves, I think. Chill the nerves, man. Pete's going as well. Pete Falk's going to the game as well. He's one of my members, man. If you want to become a member, guys, then there's a join button. It's only $2.99 a month. It just helps the channel. I've just had to weigh out £250 for this StreamYard. So I've been doing it over a year now. And there's a super thanks as well. And that's if you can afford it and you know you want to help the channel out. Yeah, he's a nice guy, Ryan. Thanks ever so much for coming on, Ryan, if you're still watching. Yeah, Blue Shadow shitting it. You going with Blue Shadow? I think you're going it, yeah? Saying that we roll them. I was never scared. Charlie saying Blues Wrexham be a good game. I do fancy us, Nick. It will be a tough game. I'm just enjoying the ride, to be honest. I've been a Blues fan for a very long time, and I'm just excited about the future with these owners. Yeah. 100%, brother, man. We're in for a right ride. And but this is what I'm saying. Like, the ride starts this season. It's no good jumping on when we're in the Premier because these are the build-up seasons. Do you know what I mean? Where like you know, we're expected to have a good season, and next season we'll have a good season. So I expect pretty much to be sold out every game, home game I do. Jay saying, I think Blues and Wrexham are having all this high revenues for both. Yeah, this is it, Jay. Revenues, mate. You know, we can't. Otherwise, we can't spend big like we have done. Long as we play our part, Wrexham won't stand a chance. Go at them for 90 minutes. Right, I'm going to read a couple more, then I'm going to share something. Shout out to Ryan for coming on the show. Last time was good also. Yeah. Thank you for that, Chooser. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. 6 o'clock. Me, the wife, and Wrexham. Me and Jay are on it, man. Good one, Nick. Quality chat. Right then. Yeah, thanks, Stu. Well, brother, great to hear from Ryan and his views. Yeah, he's really intelligent. Right, let me share this. Let me just thingy. Right, what we saying about the lineup, lads? Saying about the lineup, man. Share screen. Okay, I'm going for something like this. Okay, So remember, we've got injuries. So we've got Anderson out. We've got Sanderson out. We've got Ethan Laird out. We've got who else have we got out? Sure, we've got someone else out. Anyway, I'm going for this. Okay, so we're back four. Right, what's everyone think of the goalkeeper situation, man? Because he made another mistake, didn't he, against playing out from the back for Northern Ireland, BPF. I don't know whether it's time to give Ryan Allsop a chance. And everyone knows, I've said that both of them are not great shot stoppers. I mean, BPF proved it against Wigan. Literally straight at him. It wasn't even a hard shot. Do you know what I mean? It went through his arms, went through his legs and into the net. He's also made two cock-ups with his feet. So there's a good shout for Ryan Allsop to start. I mean, Ryan Allsop is not a great shot stopper. I'm edging towards BPF as a better shot stopper. That might sound mad, but honest to God, I don't know though. I don't know. Do you give him one more chance, do you guys, or do you bring Ryan Allsop in, man? I think he's really got his work cut out in Chris Davis in terms of choosing the keeper. I mean, I'll be happy with whatever he chooses. He's the one that's in training. Do you know what I mean? And the one thing I do like about Ryan Allsop, he's a lot older. He's better with his distribution. I think he's like when it does come to him, he's quicker on the counter. He's more vocal. BPF's a little bit. He's a little bit quiet and shy for my liking. So I don't know. I'll probably go for Ryan Allsop. Give Ryan Allsop a go. Then obviously Samstead comes in on this right back. This is just standard. Bielik and Clara as centre backs. We need to keep these fit, man. We can't be getting injuries on these two. Absolute amazing defenders. Do you know what I mean? And like I say, you get Bielik drifting out of this defence and spraying balls out. And then Cochrane, who's been a great player. I mean, the only one really to challenge him is that was it, Buchanan. Buchanan's out for a while. I mean, he was injury prone anyway. I haven't brought him. But Buchanan's such a good player that he was probably worth keeping around, but he's crumbled again, isn't he? So, but Cochrane would start over him anyway, even if he was fit. So that would be the back four. And then you've got these two in midfield, Pike and Leonard. Kind of Leonard and I think the two great kind of CDMs, number sixes. Pike can pick the pass out. Leonard's just unreal. I think Leonard's been one of our better signings. Do you know what I mean? He sprays a ball out wide. He can sit deep as well. Come and pick. They both come and pick the ball off the defenders. Two real solid number sixes there. And then right, I'm going to go for this. But this could be altered. It'd be really interesting, this front four, because it's so fluid. I'm going to go for Hansen out on the left, keep him out wide. I want to see more of him picking the ball up and running at the defenders. He needs to be a bit more confident. Do you know what I mean? Instead of kind of picking the ball up and then laying it back to Cochrane and keeping possession. I want to see him driving in now at defenders. He's had 4 or 5 games, and I think he will get better. Hansen will. On the right hand side, I'm going to go for Scott Wright. Right, this is what I think. But I'm going to show you how it could be altered as well. Scott Wright on this right hand side, I think he's not scared of running at defenders. Do you know what I mean? And he can go outside, whereas Hansen doesn't seem to go outside. He doesn't seem to go outside and use his left foot and get balls into the box. He's always picking it up and going inside. Do you know what I mean? And if you use a right back, you just show him onto your. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit too finger. I'm not slagging him off, but Wright can go outside and cut inside. Do you know what I mean? So I'll go for that, and then because we've seen Stansfield up top against Walsall. I think we see May in this 10 spot. So I think they alter. Okay, I think they alter. I think Stansfield gets like a free roam in this number 10 spot. You know, we can, and the thing is as well, Alfie May does like to drop and get involved. And when that happens as well, you can ping long balls over the top and get Stansfield onto him. I think you have to play Stansfield and May. Do you know what? Like, for me, even though we've paid a lot of money for Stansfield, like, if Stansfield was just an out number 9, I wouldn't drop May. I wouldn't. I'd pick May all day long until he you know, he scored in pretty much. He scored in every game, innit? Alfie May at this level. Do you know what I mean? So I'll go for that, and it pretty much becomes a 4-4-2 because then when we're in possession, you know, Stansfield pushes up, and then you've got Wright cutting inside or going outside. And you also, I want to see Samstead kind of doing what Ethan Laird was doing, where he's bombing on, and then we can get Bielik picking out them diagonal to Samstead. You know, he's pretty much right up here. And then you get Stansfield and May running into the box, right kind of good. And we're right up here, guys. You know, we've seen how high our defensive line is. Yeah, it's good. You know, with Wrexham, it's going to be, they're going to be looking for maybe balls over the top. We're right up here. Sometimes Pakes does these little runs like that. So Cochrane comes inside as well. So yeah, so I'll go with something like that. Do you know what I mean? I reckon it probably will be something like that. I mean, you could potentially, right? If you remember, Stansfield played on the left against us for Fulham. He played here, he did. You could potentially, Scott Wright can play as a 10, he can play on the left as well. You could potentially do this, right? Yeah, you could potentially put Scott Wright as a 10. Yeah, Scott Wright as a 10. Hansen, so he's right-footed, Hansen. So Hansen would be pretty much going on the outside. Scott Wright just roaming around everywhere. Alfie May up top, and then Stansfield coming really narrow. Yeah, coming really narrow, and kind of making that a 4-4-2, a 4-2-4 kind of thing. You know, drifting in, getting them long balls to him. But yeah, it will be interesting to see what he does. But I would imagine it would be something more like Hansen will stay on the left, Wright will be on the right, and I think Stansfield will be behind May. So let me see what people are saying about that, man. Well, I've been going for over an hour, guys. Do me a massive favour, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment in the comment section. In fact, now chill out in the comments because I'm going to finish up in a bit. The pressure's on us, regardless of which team got to own it and get out of this league. Yeah, man. So this is the thing. There's so many comments, and if you was to be a member, I'd go straight to the top. Like John, great podcast, Nick. Always good to hear from the other side. Glad you're doing it again this season. Yeah, I think I'm going to start doing it, John. The thing why I was a bit hesitant about it is because of the league we was in, and I kind of knew most of the content creators in the Championship. Definitely different, Nick. I think it would be good to have especially on podcasts every so often. Yeah, we'll do it. Michael saying, how loud do the home fans get as an away fan? But how loud do the home fans get as an away fan base? We tend to be loud all game. The atmosphere will be great. Yeah. I would imagine, Michael, that we're going to be loud, but it's going to be in periods. There's going to be times where we're going to be quiet, and pretty much every fan base that comes to Blues are non-stop singing. So, oh, you got the shirt, did you, Lee? Real Madrid. Did it fit you? Charlie saying somebody's got to have to talk me through becoming a member. Don't see how I join to support your channel. Same with Jay's channel. I'll just give you both a bit of support. Yeah, thanks, Charlie. There is a join button, brother. I think you have to. Oh, I don't even know how you do it, brother. If I'm being honest, there is a join button. If you come out of it and just mess around, just look at the channel. There is a join button, and it's something like $2.99 a month. There's silver, gold, and platinum. The silver one's just $2.99 a month. But yeah, if you can charge, just have a look, and it just helps. Cause like I just said, man, I've just weighed £250 out. Michael Blues next fight. Yeah. This is what I meant about these 5 games. I kind of fingered these 5 games as a really tough period. So after Wrexham, surely you need a good performance and a result to carry on to the next games. Yeah. Nick, your thoughts on Ashley Cott? No, it don't bother me, Blue Shadow. Really don't. Charlie's mate. Yeah, so Chooser's saying, Charlie, mate, there's a join button next to the subscribe. Okay, thanks, Chooser. Yeah, same. I don't care less about him. Stu saying, apparently 2 times speaking pitch side beforehand. If it's true, they'll get centre under his pumping. Yeah. I think it'll be pumping anyway, regardless of who's there. Blues have give the team something for them to sing and shout about, Michael. If Blues are on it, St Andrews can be something different. I mean, if we was to take the lead, Michael, like, it'd be you. I don't know whether you'd have experienced anything like it. If we take the lead, you'll see a massive atmosphere at the start of the game, and then if we take the lead, it'll be wild. Honest to God, like Deanie said. Laters to the Chelsea lad, Emza. Yeah, he was our set piece coach, weren't he, Emza? Right, you're right, Susan. I'm really nervous about tomorrow, but got a feeling we're going to win. Yeah. I think everyone's nervous, man. If we lose, it would be Wrexham beat 30 million team and stay top. It will do it. Yeah, we know. Yeah, this is the thing, guys, man. Okay, I'm going to go through some last comments. Could be going for an hour and 15. Put it this way: every time Jem comes, we have, haven't we, Jay? John, season ticket holder, so I'll be there, mate. It's really cool now because started taking my son down last season, so he's comes every game. Yeah, it was really nice to see families and kids and everything down there because Paul, I tell you, it was just pretty much lads going down. You'd see the odd woman or something, but you wouldn't see kids down there. It's like a carnival down there now. The Wigan game is unreal, man. 3-2 Blue. Somebody saying that's with your heart. Your head's saying 1-1. Yeah, my head's saying 2-2. Can't wait for Laird to come back. All right. Yeah, it was class in Ely. Everyone is forgetting that Stansfield home debut as a real Blues player. He'll be up for it. Alfie May will want to continue scoring as the league's top goal scorer. Fuck Deadpool and his friend. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and yeah, it is Stansfield's proper debut, isn't it? He will be up for it. I couldn't believe it when I saw the bookies odds. I thought it was a 50-50 game, so it doesn't 3-1 Wrexham to win seems a bit off. 2-2. David say. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, David. Football's about levels. Players for player. No Wrexham players gets in our 11. Yeah, but they gel as a team and they've got this mentality. That's what I worry about. Davies had another week to work his magic. If we can't step up tomorrow, then we won't get automatic. No, I don't think it's that drastic. If we don't win tomorrow, we don't get automatic. I think if we lose tomorrow, we still get automatic. I just think that this is going to be a real test, Rockbuster. I really do, brother. Okay, I'm going to skip through now and just pick out a few comments. Okay. David Myers, hot. Yeah, Jay's still in the house. Jay's at Graft, I think. If Alfie scores, he will be an all-time legend in the Blues history. 5 in 5, yeah. I think he's broke the record anyway, hasn't he? Or he's broke it for a while. No one's done that for a bit. Do you know what I mean? Big Alfie, mate. He's living the dream, Alfie, mate. Living the dream, mate. What's Energy Flash saying? Yeah, I'm totted off settling in for OK mentality. Too many fans wanting old players involved in various roles. Yeah, potentially, yeah. We need to push on and have professionals involved, not Mr. Yeah, well, I agree with that as well. And Chris Davis, we trust. Yeah, we have to, man. And I do. I trust everything. I trust whoever he's going to bring in instead of Ashley Cole. Jonathan Grounds, man. Do you remember? Get Jonathan Grounds in. I didn't mind Jonathan Grounds, you know. I don't know how he got so much stick. He was just a basic left back in them days, weren't he? No, I'm not as well. Charlie saying, don't even know what Ashley Cole. He was a set piece coach, I think, in the end. Yeah, people on Twitter are saying he's gutted, he's gone. I ain't gutted, mate. You know. Blue Shadow saying, we'll welcome Wrexham to St Andrews and let's show them what we're all about. And with a win in the bag, with a win in the bag, as I believe we will do, I'll be singing "You've Seen the Blues, No Fuck Off Home." Yeah, that'd be nice. Sing that at the end of the game, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? Sing the Blues, No Fuck Off Home. Yeah. He said in his video, I'm assuming he's he's go. I don't know. Are you going on about Ryan or? Okay, I'm going to scroll through these guys. Right, I'm going to go some thingies and I'm going to finish off. Right, predictions. Forever Blues saying 3-1 Blues. Dave saying 2-2. Susan saying, Dean is saying 3-2 Blues. Susan saying 2-1 Blues. Ems is saying 5-3. It's up. Blue Shadow saying 4-1. Hate the Villa saying 2-1, no problem. So everyone seems pretty confident. Lee Harvey saying Blues 2-1. Stephen Stanley saying 3-1. Wrexham score first. You'll be happy with that. All right, Peter, are you, brother? 3-1, tough game, but I think we're going to win this. Yeah, man. So Pete's saying 3-1. Pete's in the Upper Gilmerick. So that's what I'm saying about the ticket selling out. I mean, I've never been up there. Can't recall being up there. I'm sure I have, but it's a lovely view. But it's a lovely view. But if you're not quick on getting tickets, that's where you'll end up, guys. But it's probably the best view in the ground, if I'm being honest. Everyone's asking if Pete's okay. Matthew Butler saying 1-1. Okay. Any other predictions? Right, I'm gonna leave it there, guys, because I've been going for an hour and 20, man. I want to get some dinner. Listen, thanks ever so much for tuning in. Again, if you can just hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, hit the join button if you can afford it. There's a super thanks as well. If you're watching on replay, also leave a comment, because I always do go back and check the comments. And all have a great Sunday. And let's just keep our fingers crossed, man, because tomorrow's going to be massive. Massive if we win. Do you know what I mean? I think we go on a run if we win tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. If we don't win, it's not the end of the world. So everyone just needs to calm down if we don't win. But yeah, all have a great Sunday and keep right on.